And I'm gonna share, like, why I have why I even started doing videos in the first place. But I'm gonna share with you the 3 top reasons that live streaming is amazing. And if you're a live streamer, I want you to drop your tips as well. But don't drop them until I drop mine because I wanna see if mine are the same and or similar as yours. So before I really get into that, I wanna share, like, why I even did my first live stream ever, and as a person who has spent all of my life behind the scenes, not wanting to be seen, doing a video was the furthest thing from my mind. I never even wanted to be in pictures, let alone be in videos where people could judge me for the way my mouth moves when I talk, because I know that it does this crooked thing, you know? So instead of people judging me, I could just stay behind the scenes and never be seen. That was what my preference was. Well, one day, about, gosh, it was almost 12 years ago now, this young man I know, his name is Ryan. Ryan was born with cerebral palsy, and he has a cognitive delay. And Ryan's life every single day, 24 hours a day, is struggle. He has a hard time moving. He's never been able to crawl, let alone walk. And so he's been in a wheelchair his entire life since the very beginning, in a baby chair at the beginning and then now in a wheelchair. He's now 40, is it 39? 39 years old, 40 years old. And, he is, living his life as a person who has what we might call a disability. Well, Ryan, I've known him since the day he was born. He was my best friend. He's her son, and I've known her since second grade. So anyway, about 12 years ago, Ryan reached out to me, so that would have put him at 28 years old. He reached out to me one day, and he asked me a question. He asked me a question that would change my life, absolutely change my life. And that question was, "Linda, will you do a video for me? Will you do a video for me?" And I was like, yeah, Ryan, of course I would." I don't know how to do a video. I don't even know how to record a video, let alone put it up on social media. But he asked me to do it. And because of Ryan's life and how challenging his life is, I said yes, because I always say yes to Ryan, except for the one time he reached out to me. He asked if I would buy him a surround sound system. I had to draw the line at that one. So, anyway, I recorded my video. I had my camera, I got it all set up, and it had one of those little screens on the back of it so I could flip it and I could see what if I could see myself in the camera. I'm doing this by myself, basically in a closet, because I didn't want anybody to hear me, not even my husband. I didn't want him to hear me. So I went into this closet and I did the video. And the video was literally something like this. I watched it about a year ago and I was like, okay, I've come a long way. And that was something like, "Hi, Ryan. It's Linda, and I'm doing this video for you because you asked me to do a video, and I hope you're having a great day, and I look forward to having you see this video." Like, that was literally my very first video. So I recorded the video, and I was shaking like crazy when I downloaded it to my computer and uploaded it to Facebook. I didn't do any editing. I was just like, "I'm just gonna put this video out there." So I put it up there, and Ryan reached out to me. Now, just so you know, Ryan has a cognitive delay. So the phrase that I'm going to tell you right now took him 5 minutes to say. I'm a very patient person, and I listen intently to him, and I just listen and listen and listen and wait for him to finish. Because one thing I learned about Ryan is if you don't let him finish and you try to finish for him, he will start over. And he will keep starting over until he gets the whole thing out. So I learned, just be patient, Linda, and listen to Ryan. So I posted the video up on Facebook, and the next day, Ryan called me on Facebook Messenger, and he's like, and remember, this took him 5 minutes to say, okay? "Linda, I really like your video. Will you do one for me every day?" And I literally froze just like this. Huh? Every day? "Really, Ryan? Every day?" I didn't say that to him. I said that in my own head. "Really, every day?" And so, just like I had done for the previous 28 years, "Yes, Ryan, of course I'll do a video for you every day." Oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? What was about to happen? What was about to transpire? I had no idea. What am I gonna talk about every day? What am I gonna post about? Like, what am I gonna say? I have no idea. All these I don't knows because I didn't know. But the day came, that was that was the day, right? I did the first video on day 1. Well, the second day, he asked me to do a video, and so I did one. I don't remember what it was about, what I did, I have no idea, but I did it. And I did this every single day for 6 years. Every single day for 6 years. Now, during that time, I had been doing the videos for about a year, and I ended up meeting, somebody who ended up becoming my life coach. Her name is Liz. So I met Liz, and it was in August of 2014 that I met Liz, and I had already been doing the videos for Ryan for almost a year. I think I started in October of 2013 doing those videos. And so I was working with Liz, and every single week we were doing these, great exercises that she was having me do to expand my brain and become like the Linda that I am here today. And I got a lot more room to grow for sure. But I'm where I am today because of the work I did with Liz. Absolutely astronomical, life-changing work that I did with Liz. And so I'd say probably about 3 or 4 weeks into working with Liz, she asked me a question. And that question was, how much longer are you going to do these daily videos for Ryan? And I said, "What do you mean?" She's like, "How much longer are you going to do them?" And I said, "Well, he didn't ask me to stop. He asked me to do one every day, and I committed to every day." It wasn't like every day for a year. It was every day. So, um, she's like, "Okay, you know, keep going. I'm rooting for you," kind of thing. And it was about, I'd say about a year and a half, maybe 2 years into me doing videos every single day for Ryan, because Ryan asked me to do it, and I said yes. I got hooked on it. So a person whose very first video was, "Hi, Ryan. It's Linda. I'm so glad to have you as my friend. Like, here's the video you asked me for." It's shaking voice and really like quiet and not myself at all. And actually, I remember looking back at the video, and I was monotone. It was more like, "Hi, Ryan," and my mouth wasn't moving either. It was like I was a ventriloquist. "Hi, Ryan. It's Linda. I hope you're having a good day." And, well, I don't know how to be a ventriloquist, but that's my best ventriloquist that I can do. And so anyway, it all started from that. Ryan asking me to do a video and then asking me to do one every single day. I got hooked on it. What I found was doing videos was so much easier than posting content, like typing. And I'll share with you another thing about that is, I'm not even sharing my 3 tips yet. I'm gonna share my 3 reasons why live streaming is amazing and why I recommend everybody doing it, especially if you're scared, especially if you're scared. So, um, I got hooked on it to the point that some days I would do 3 or 4 videos. Well, about 2 years into doing these videos every single day for Ryan, something amazing happened. I got a notification from Facebook, and it said, "Live video is available. You can go live now." And my first thought was, "Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah." I was so excited that I could now stop recording my videos ahead of time and just go live. I no longer had to record it, download it to my computer, upload it to Facebook, wait for it to post, and then be able to share it. I no longer had to do that. I could live stream. I could go on my phone and I could hit that button and I could go live. And what happened next was what I found out is that I was much more comfortable going live than I was recording. Because on the recordings, I was like a robot. It kinda sounded like a robot. "I'm just a girl. I'm only a girl living here on Capitol Hill," or whatever. That's a different song combined with the different lyrics. Um, so so what I found was that it was easier. Like, I wanted to do it because it was gonna be easier. And so I started doing the live streaming. And I'm so glad I did because it's changed so much for me. My confidence level skyrocketed. Me being able to show up with a confident voice, with a voice of that I know that I say things I know that I start sentences you might start noticing this, or maybe you already did notice it. I sometimes start sentences off with "so," even though there's no reason to say "so" at the beginning. I also say like, there are these things that I do and I say, and it is okay because it's part of being human. We do this. I do this when I talk to people that I'm not on a live stream for. So I'm just being me. I'm showing up as me. So number 1, and actually I'm gonna do 4 things. Number 1 is you have this ability when you're live streaming to be your 100% true, authentic self. Number 1, 100% true, authentic self, flaws and all. All the flaws that you have, show them because it does not matter. Here's what's gonna happen is people who resonate with you, maybe sometimes it's because of your flaws. Those are the people who are gonna stick around. People who don't resonate with you and they're judging you in a negative way, they're gonna be repelled. And that's what we want to do. Anytime we're showing up to do whatever it is we're doing, ideally, we're not stuck in the middle. Like we're in a high level or a low level, like whatever it is. I'd say high or low. That's not really what it is, but we're at a disparity where we're saying something that's going to repel people or it's going to attract people. So the same thing that I say can either attract people or it can repel people, whatever it is that I'm saying. But if I don't show up authentically as myself, then I'm not giving people an opportunity to see who I really am so that they can say, I like that person or I don't like that person. Either way, if I'm showing up authentically as myself, it doesn't matter who decides what. It doesn't matter if some say, I don't like this person, or if some say, I like this person, or if some say, I hate this person, or some say, I love this person, right? So we have that range of what people decide about us. My message might resonate with some and it won't resonate with others. The ones it doesn't resonate with, bye-bye. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not here to please everybody. I'm here to provide value and service to those who want what I have to share. So, that number 1 thing is to connect as a human being. Why I love live streaming so much. I have done recorded videos. They're not very good. I've looked at them. I'm like, oh my God, I just am so robotic. And it's because they're like pre-recorded. I'm reading a script or what have you. I mean, I've done pre-recorded videos that are good, but it's the scripts. Like I'm terrible at scripts. I tried reading my book. Well, I did read my book as what do you call it? An audio book. It's not very good. I mean, don't buy it, okay? It's out there, don't buy it. It's not very good, my audio, because it sounds like I'm what? Reading a book, because I was. So anyway, that's the number 1 thing is live streaming gives you this opportunity to show up live as a human being with your flaws and all. Today, like, I chose to wear 0 makeup. I'm showing up here today with 0 makeup just because I was like, "You know what? I'm just gonna talk about live streaming." I don't know what made me decide to talk about it. I don't have anything to sell. I just wanted to talk about it. It's the end of the year. It's, like, exciting times. We don't know what's coming up next year. Good, bad, we don't know. But I just wanted to come on and talk about live streaming. So the next thing is one of the things that I absolutely love and think that this is the most important piece of live streaming. Actually, I'll tell you that one next because it's the most important piece. So I'll come back to that one in just a second, okay? So the next is you can use your live stream, and with all the apps out there today, there are so many AI apps today that you can take the video and download it and put the transcript up through your AI, and you can have it transcribe it for you into a book. If it's instructional, like what I'm doing today might is somewhat instructional, but not really. I'm not telling you how to do anything. I'm just talking about my thoughts about live streaming. But let's say this was like 5 tips to become a live streamer. Like maybe that let's say that was my hook, right? Five greatest tips to become a live streamer or something like that. And then I do the video and I give the 5 tips. What I could do is I could download it, upload that transcript, and have it turned into a book. I can turn that into a short ebook. I could turn it into a full book. I can expound upon it. I have done over probably nowadays, like I counted at one point, it was over 6,000 live stream videos that all got deleted from Facebook because Facebook started deleting anything 30 days and older. So all those videos got removed from Facebook. If I had been doing the next thing that I'm going to talk about, if I'd been doing it all along, I would have had all those videos that I could look back on and utilize all that content that I've created in so many different ways to do the number 3 thing, which is the most important thing, is repurposing. So you do a video, and what can you do with this video? So many different things. You've seen those clips out there. They're reels. They're on was it like Facebook, Instagram Reels, and they have shorts on YouTube, and there's TikTok. There's all these places where they have like 1 minute or less. Some let you do more than a minute, but you have like a minute or less in order to get people interested in what you're talking about. So those are called reels or clips, stories. They go by different names. And so I could take this video. So I want to share with you, if you're not live streaming on Substack yet, I recommend it. And here's why. Because after I do this video, when I'm done here, I don't know how many minutes I'm at. It doesn't tell me, it doesn't tell me how many minutes I'm at. But when I'm done with this live stream video right here, I'm going to get an email from Substack. And Substack is going to tell me, we've created some reels for you. They actually create the reels for you. I was shocked. I had no idea. Nobody even told me about the live stream capability here on Substack. But I got those reels, and I think I got 2 that day, and I used one of them. One of them I thought was good. So I used it. I repurposed it. I put it up on Facebook. I put it on LinkedIn. And with all those, I said, hey, if you want to watch the full video, go over to Substack and watch the full video. So I was repurposing it in a way that was not just like I took this video, repurposed it down to a clip, used that clip on other platforms to direct people to the full live video here on Substack, because that's where I created that particular video. And so that's one thing, is you can repurpose it for using clips. Also, I use a platform where I can create clips. I can download this video, upload it to the platform, and I can have it create longer clips. So it can create, 4 or 5 minute clips. If there's a section of what I'm talking about that I feel like, you know what, this is good for like this expanded section here. Like if the clip is a minute, but I might say, I think I want about 3 or 4 minutes of that, then I can take that out. It's called a chapter. So instead of a clip, they call it a chapter. And so this chapter, I just pull it out and then I put it up on social media with content that goes along with it. So repurposing. Now, when you have video, again, as I mentioned, you have that opportunity, 100% opportunity to be authentic, your authentic self. Now, if you cut this video into small clips, short clips, 30 seconds, a minute, you have opportunity to have that many more posts that are going out there. In today's world where I don't even know if content is king anymore. They used to say content is king, but I think as content is overwhelm, right? But we're still competing with all these other people out there. And so if we're not putting ourselves out there, we're not being seen and heard. If we're not being seen and heard, our message isn't being seen and heard. What I love about live video is again, and I will stress this until take that last breath. And that is that we have that ability to connect with people based on our who we are. Now, I am in a program right now that is teaching us how to clone ourselves. So, me doing this video here, I can actually take this video and run it through the cloning system and have it use my voice and my face and my hand gestures, and it can use all of that to create me as myself, and I can create content from that. Now, I haven't gotten that far with it yet, though, so I'm not sure exactly how to do it, but I'm learning that, and I'm excited about it because it gives me an opportunity to have myself out there in different ways. Now, that cloning is not me, my true authentic self, but the content that I give my clone will be me, my true authentic self, and I'm gonna try it just to see how it goes because I love to test new tools, especially marketing. I love testing all the things that are out there. So another thing about doing live videos is we have this opportunity to now engage with the audience when we're live. This is something that I do sometimes and sometimes I don't. And I kind of like feel the room and see, are there people in here that are going to be commenting? If not, I just don't. I'm based on your energy. So if your energy is an energy that is here to play, then I want to play along too. But if not, then I'm probably not going to say, hey, drop this in the chat, drop that in the chat. But I did ask if you use live streaming to drop any hints or tips in the chat or in the comments there so that we can learn from you as well. But I've been doing live streaming since the very first day it became available. And I know so many people, a large majority of the people that I know actually, who don't want to do live streaming, who are scared of it, who have this aversion to it. Now I'm going to tell you something. You can live stream, and then if you don't like it, you can delete it. So I recommend trying it out. So Ryan, I shared with you earlier the story of Ryan. He's the reason I even started doing videos in the first place. Now, Ryan has a cognitive delay, but not only does he have a cognitive delay, he has cerebral palsy and his hands are kind of cupped like this. Ryan reached out to me after about, I don't know, I was doing live streaming now for probably about 2 years or so. And he said, Linda, I want to do a video. And I said, okay, let's do this. Because we were on a telephone call at that time. Yes, we were on a telephone call. And I said, let's do this. I'm going to walk you through it right now. He goes, okay, what do I do? So Ryan, with a cognitive delay and with his hands are very disabling. I said, okay, Ryan, here's what I want you to do. And I walked him through every single step. Open up your Facebook. And where you see a little button where it says live, I want you to click on that button. And then when you click on that button, we're just going to have a conversation. And so Ryan and he did his first live video because I sat there and walked him through it. Okay. Now, some people might need that. But I recommend either way, just getting yourself out there, doing that live video and posting it. Hello, Investors Wisdom. It's weird here on Substack. I can't see. Oh, there we go. Your mouth is fine, Linda. Thank you, Joshua. I hope you're still here to hear me say that. Michael Janelle, Assemblywoman Deborah, awesome. Investors Wisdom. I'm just a girl. Oh, I'm just a girl is the name of the. I see. I'm a little bit confused. I'm a little bit confused on Substack and how it really works because I know we have people, we have like human beings. I guess it'd be just like Facebook where you have a personal timeline and then you have a business page, but on Substack it's like you have a personal human being and then you have a newsletter? Is that what it is? An article? I don't know what it's called, but you have like, you name it something that is like we have Action Takers Publishing. And I think that's what ours is called. It should be called that Action Takers Publishing, but I don't do anything with it because I don't know how. So anyway, back to the live streaming. Again, the most important piece that we have as human beings is relating to other human beings. And that's what I love about live streaming is because I can connect with you as a human being. You get to see me live and I get to see you live if you're doing a live stream. If you do a live stream, please tag me in it so I can find it. When you go live, I'll go if I'm available, I will definitely go watch you live and support you in that. Um, but by doing this live streaming, we have the greatest way for us to connect as human beings. And one of the things I love to say is that it's our relation points that create our relationships. Now, I haven't shared very many relation. I've shared some relation points of myself here, but not very many. I have more talked about, Ryan, but I did talk about my fear of doing live video or doing any video, my fear of even being on camera, right? So that's a relation point because anybody else who doesn't like to be on camera or does not like to get their picture taken or do video, then you get it. There's a connection, right? There's that relation point. If you tell your story, like telling our stories, storytelling has been around since the very beginning of time. And since it's been around since the very beginning of time, we can go back to our storytelling roots and tell stories. Now, some of us are good at telling stories and some of us aren't. But that's okay because telling the story is where we get that relation connection point. So I'm going to share a little part of my story. And for those who are watching live or watching the replay, I would like for you to drop in the chat yes or no if you have ever experienced this in your life. Not experienced it the same exact way that I have, but have you ever thought of, remember when you were little and your mom or your dad or caretaker pissed you off and you were like this little kid and you got so pissed off and so you did something drastic. Whatever that drastic thing was. Did you ever do something drastic when somebody pissed you off when you were young, like a little kid? Well, when I was 5 years old, I decided to move. Like I was going to move. I ran away. And how many of you have run away when you were a kid and maybe your parent packed your lunch for you and said, "Oh, don't forget your lunch." They want to make sure you were taken care of when you were running away. How many of you have ever run away when you were a kid? So just drop a yes if you ever ran away when you were a kid. So they pack your lunch or maybe they say, "Okay, we'll see you later." And then you're like, "No, I'm never going to see you again. I don't want to be here. I don't like it here." So how many of you have ever had that kind of experience of running away? And so I decided to run away and I ran away and was gone for an entire week. First question most people ask me, I see we do not have an active chat here, so I'm just going to tell my story as I tell it when nobody's around. Not like I tell my own story to myself all the time. No, I don't do that. So I was gone for an entire week. The first question most people ask me is, "Where'd you go?" Well, I just went to the neighbor's house. So I was in a safe environment with my friend Kathy, and we played Barbies. I played Barbies for a week. But what happened during that week is tragic. As a 5-year-old little girl, I'm the fourth of 5 children. So as the 5-year-old little girl, nobody came to get me. Now, at the time, I never really thought a lot about it, but I'm sure my 5-year-old brain was thinking a lot about that. Wow, they're not coming to get me. Now I have 4 siblings. I had a mother and a father. I think my dad was probably, he was in the Navy, so he was probably out to sea at that time. And my mom didn't come to get me. So imagine yourself 5 years old and what's going through your brain. Oh, they didn't come to get me. They must not love me. They must not want me around. And that's exactly what happened in my 5-year-old brain. So after a week of being gone, me playing Barbies, having fun with Kathy, but also wondering, where do I fit in this family? Not only did I have that going through my mind and everything, but um, there were many, many times that I felt like I didn't belong in that family. I looked different than everybody else, you know? So anyway, after a week, my mom called the neighbor, and I didn't know this until I was about 43. My mom called the neighbor and said, "Linda's been gone long enough. You can send her home now." And I remember the day my mom told me that, and I was, again, about 43 years old, and she told me that, and she laughed, just thought it was so funny, and I was like, "Really? You knew where I was and you didn't come to get me?" That's what was going through my head. You knew where I was and didn't come to get me. Well, I had lived all those years in this thought and idea because as children, we make up stories. And I made up a story. And the story, so true and so real to me. Whether it's the truth or not, as children, we make up stories and they are real to us. And the story was, they don't love me, they don't want me around. I must be unlikable. And what I did for the next decades is live my life with that belief. That belief showed up in so many areas of my life. For example, I do look like my oldest sister, but I saw myself not looking like anybody because I felt ostracized. I felt different. I felt less than. And so, for example, we had back in the day, for those of you who are like, I'm 62, I'll be 63 soon. And back in those days, we had something called a milkman, where he would drive his truck up to your house. He would drop your milk off in glass containers, drop the milk off in front of your house, go back in his truck, go deliver, and he would deliver milk all around the neighborhood. Well, we lived across the street from the milkman. So my siblings, some of them, I don't remember which ones it was, but my siblings used to call me the milkman's daughter. I already didn't feel like I belonged, and then they called me the milkman's daughter. Why? Because I really didn't look exactly like them. They looked alike. I didn't. I look a little bit like my sister, but not exactly like her. And so I believed that. I believed that. Living my life in that way. Having this belief that, again, they don't love me, they don't want me around. So when I would find a boyfriend, I would find reasons for him to not want me around. And I kept doing this is a cycle, a pattern that I had developed for years. They don't want me around. When I would start jobs, I would start to look for how they don't want me around, like how I was ostracized, how I was different, how I was just so different from everybody else that they didn't want me around. I was looking for this. I was searching for this since I was 5 years old. Since I was 5 years old. I had 49 jobs in 36 years. 49 jobs in 36 years. I never got fired from one. I got laid off from one with 400 other people. But other than that, I quit my jobs because I didn't feel like I fit in. I never felt like I fit in. And a lot of that I realized much later after working with my life coach is because I never felt comfortable with me. It wasn't about them at all. It was about me being comfortable with myself, me being comfortable doing a live video, going live stream. This is one of the things that has helped me to feel comfortable being myself, showing up as myself. This is one of the things that has helped me through all of that. So when I talk about doing live streaming, it's not about like the superficial of why to do live streaming. But if you're a person who feels like less than confident, let's just put it that way. Like you're a person who feels less than confident to show up as yourself. I would love for you to look at yourself and say, why do I feel that way? For me, it started when I was 5. It started way back then. I felt ostracized and I carried that around with me. I no longer feel ostracized. I now feel like I am part of wherever I am. Wherever I am, whatever room I step into, I belong in that room. It took a lot of work to get there. Working with my life coach is what started it, and I kept on with it. Like the work is never ending. Like it was 11 years ago I worked with my life coach, and I'm still working on myself. I'm no longer working with her, but I am constantly working on myself to love myself because it wasn't about my family. It wasn't about them loving me, it was about me loving myself. And it took me years, decades. I was 51 when I started working with a life coach, so that's when it started for me to start to learn to love myself. Live streaming has been a huge part of that for me. Huge, huge. Now, for 2 years in a row, I think it was probably 2022 and 2023. Actually, it was before COVID. Oh my gosh, a long time ago. Like 2019 to 2020 probably. I decided that I was going to do something a little crazy, and that was to sing happy birthday to all of my Facebook friends. Now, at the time when I decided to do that, I had about 600 Facebook friends. So here I have about 600 Facebook friends, and I'm like, I'm going to sing happy birthday to all of my Facebook friends every single day. So I would do a live stream. I would get all their names. I would, go on and look, see whose birthday is it today, and I would write their names down, and then I would tag them. I would say, "Here's your happy birthday video," or something like that, and then I would tag every single person that it was their birthday. Now I had 600 Facebook friends at that time, so that's not a huge number, right? It's not a huge number to deal with. And I started singing the happy birthday, and I got people reaching out to me, thanking me. Some people even said, "You're the only person who wished me a happy birthday today." Oh, that just makes me cry because I remember when I was 35, nobody said happy birthday to me. No one in my family, not even my husband, like, he forgot it was my birthday. I had to remind him. So, anyway, I did that every single day for a year, doing a live stream, singing happy birthday to every single one of my Facebook friends. By the end of that year, I had like 12, 1,300 Facebook friends. So now I had double the trouble. I started off with 600, then I upped it to like 1,200, in that year. And so I was like, "You know what? That was so much fun. I'm gonna do it again." So that was 2019 to 2020. And so here we are, 2020, COVID happens. Is that the year of COVID? 2020, right? I think it was 2020, or was it 2021? Somebody remind me. What year was COVID started? And, so anyway, I'm doing these live videos every single day, and by the end of that year, I was at 3,800 Facebook friends. So I was singing happy birthday to 3,800 people. I decided not to do it again. So I did it 2 years in a row, so 700 and what is that? How much is that? 731 days in a row of singing happy birthday to every single Facebook friend, whether I was sick or not. Oh, I gotta go on a call. Yeah, whether I was sick or not, I'd sing that happy birthday song. Anyway, I'm saying this because I'm gonna do it again this year. It's 2020. What year are we in? 2026, I'm gonna sing happy birthday to all of my Facebook friends again. So if you wanna connect with me over there, become my Facebook friend, go over to Facebook, Lynda Sunshine West, Lynda with a Y, Sunshine West, and let's connect, and I'll sing happy birthday to you this year. I gotta go. I forgot what time it was, but I got a message that I have a call at 11:30. So y'all have an amazing day. And if you haven't done any live streaming, I highly recommend it. If you do, if you have a tip for us, if you want to share it, please drop it in the comments there. And I look forward to seeing you live here on Substack or on Facebook or wherever. Just do it. Go out there and do it. Have a great day, y'all. Bye bye now.